Protests are still a daily occurrence in Ottawa. The city of Ottawa has just announced that their noise ordinance that was introduced in the year 2000 to stop the Freedom Convoy protesters has been revoked due to complaints from Palestinians that they weren't allowed to make enough noise. They're now on our streets every single day. Thousands of people shutting down our civilization. Look at how I was treated when I attempted to record literal fake body bags on our Canadian streets. What we have here.
Hey, let's talk.
Excuse me, do not touch me. Do not touch me.
I'll knock you the fuck out. I don't care right now.
You're gonna knock me out?
Let's talk.
You're gonna knock me out?
Let's talk.
Okay, so look at what this is, the streets.
You wanna call it what it is? What are you scared of?
I'm not scared of anything.
Then ask a question.
So in Canada, we are now revoking noise ordinances, as well as in Toronto on a daily basis. We are seeing emergency routes being blocked. There are several Canadians have been reported where emergency services could not get to them because the routes were blocked off by Palestinian protesters. When the hell are we going to wake up, Canada? Wake up to what's going on. Do not trust the propaganda that is spewed to you from the CBC, CTV that tell you that these are peaceful protests. I have seen them up close. I've been documenting these for 2.5 years. They are the furthest thing from peaceful protests. These people roll out fake body bags, fake blood on your hands, screaming the most vile stuff you've ever heard in your entire life through loudspeakers, masked like goddamn cowards. These are anti-Western, anti-Canadian protests that are being sponsored by the Canadian government. You would not believe how the police treat these protests. The police roll the red carpet out for these people. They treat anybody who wants to document what's going on like they're the criminal. It's typical out of the communist playbook. Let the criminals roam free, whereas law-abiding citizens are treated like criminals. And now you hear from our government every single goddamn day talking about Islamophobia. It's not Islamophobic to notice the fact that in the past decade, the country of Canada has transformed radically. These protests with tens of thousands of people on our street every single day screaming vileness through loudspeakers, anti-Canadian, anti-Western chants. These are not the same people that this country was filled with even 10 years ago. This is what, when you have unvetted, unfettered mass immigration, allow 8 million people into the country in under a decade in a country of only 32 million, hundreds of thousands of people from cultures completely different than ours. These are countries where, in Palestine, where these protesters are from, where you see the woke ideologues coming out in support of, these are people that have laws that says if a man is caught sleeping with another man, he is sentenced to a minimum 10 years in prison sentence, and in many cases they're thrown off of buildings. If somebody is caught blaspheming against Allah, they are in many cases literally murdered. These people are literally killed. A woman is not allowed to leave the house without either a male escort or written permission from men. Hey, you feminists, you think that these people are on your side? Or you could move to the Middle East and tell me how you're treated. The Gays for Gaza Brigade, give your head a shake. Do you have any idea what it would be like if you were to show up in Gaza with your rainbow flag? I guarantee you wouldn't be flying that flag for very long. But we need to wake up as Canadians. They take advantage of it's weaponizing empathy. It's suicidal empathy that we are now seeing in the West, allowing hundreds of thousands of people into our countries who they actively dislike our countries. We are swinging the gates wide open for the barbarians, and the Canadians are asleep at the wheel. I don't totally blame Canadians because of the fact that if you watch CBC, CTV state propaganda, you'd never know what was actually going on because they lied to you. But that's why we need Canadians up close documenting what's going on our streets, because these are violent chants. These are people who are incredibly unfriendly. If you give any indication that you are not 100% with them, the threats of violence come quick and come fast. And so many Canadians seem apathetic to it and just seem as though do you have any idea how much this country has transformed in the past 10 years alone? The changes are extreme. Demographics are destiny. When you import tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people from cultures that are completely alien to ours, cultures that say that women are second or third class citizens, cultures that say that if you don't accept Allah as your savior, you can be punished by death. Do people not think over the long term in Canada that is going to radically transform this country? Our politicians never talk about the fact that 300 churches have been burned down in the past 3 years alone. That's a 300% increase. What do you know? It just happens to correlate with this mass immigration that we've seen to this country. But we have so many issues in Canada already, so many issues. We have a housing crisis, which correlates with Justin Trudeau getting elected in 2015. We have an estimated 70,000 Canadians dying every year in excess because our healthcare system cannot handle the overload. We have a housing crisis. Housing prices, again, it's a vertical line upward since after Trudeau was elected in 2015. Again, correlating with this mass immigration. We have so many issues in this country of our own to deal with, but we are importing issues from the third world, and it makes absolutely no sense. It is suicidal empathy. We are killing ourselves as Canadians. And then you apply for a job in Canada, there's all these woke questions. Are you Indigenous? Are you a woman? Are you a BIPOC? It's the exact opposite of a meritocratic society. If we don't wake up, and we don't wake up soon, Canada is going to be transformed, and there is going to be no getting it back. We're already seeing this radical ideology taught in our schools. We're seeing these protests on a daily basis. I'm going to be setting up protests on Parliament Hill. Canadians need to stand up now and say, enough is enough, or this country is done for. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member if you're interested in supporting my work. Really appreciate it. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you're following YouTube, youtube.com/@FightForCanada 2025, because I'm over 19K followers and the Canadian government is not a big fan of distance. Wake up, Canada. It's time to wake up.